understand you're having trouble sleeping, and I'm here to figure out why. I have a series of very specific diagnostic tests that I run to figure out what is causing an inability to sleep. And I'd like to run through those with you tonight and try to figure out what's going on and see if we can't solve your sleep issue. First, I just need to sanitize. And please note that I am not a doctor or medical professional. This is just a simple ASMR sleep inability test. Okay, now that we've gotten safety out of the way, first, I have this light. This is an extremely bright light, and there will be some flashing. So please, if you have any issues with flashing lights, skip forward or do not watch. It is exceptionally bright. Okay, I want you to look at my nose. Look at my nose and try not to move. Good. 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 Okay, interesting. Good. Keep looking here, keep looking here. Good. Good, okay. Now, the light is going to be pulsing. I want you to do your best to ignore the light and look directly at my nose. Good, 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 good. Keep looking here, keep looking here. Okay. Okay. Not what I was expecting to see, but that's okay. Okay, if you don't mind, just hold perfectly still. Okay. Okay. And widen your eyes for me. Okay, interesting. Okay, I have a much softer light. I want you to continue looking at my nose. Don't look at the light. Good. Okay. Good. Good. When the light goes in front of my nose, try to look directly through the light. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Interesting. No, there's nothing wrong. It's just interesting what we're dealing with. Okay, I have some scissors here. I want you to continue looking right at my nose and blink only when you hear the scissors clip. Okay, ready, go. Okay. Good. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay. That was more in line with what I was expecting. So, just look at my nose again. Okay. Try to look through the tweezers. Good. Good. sound make you think of? Okay, good. Good. And what about that? Okay. Okay, now I have this other tool. I want you to look at the tool when the dowel is facing you and look away when the dowel is facing away from you. But keep your eyes on the screen, so when it's facing this way, try to keep your eyes on my nose. Are you ready? Okay. Good, 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 good. Okay. Good, good. Excellent. Use your peripheral vision now. Good, follow that dowel. Okay, good. Now I'm going to use some editing tricks here to jump around the screen. I want you to refocus on the dowel as soon as possible after the video shifts. Are you ready? Okay, let me just make sure we're still recording your vitals. Okay, here we go. Okay, excellent. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Now I have 3 objects. I have this, which sounds like that. I have scissors, which sounds like that. And I have tweezers, which sounds like that. I'm going to have you close your eyes in a minute, and you're going to tell me which sound you're hearing. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Okay. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. Good. 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 Excellent. Good. 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 Yep, that was 2. Good. Great. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, excellent. So, the good news is that I don't think you're experiencing anything out of the norm. So I think a fix is totally possible. And it's just going to take some minor adjustments to your sleep schedule, or your sleep habits, I should say. I do want to take your blood pressure. Okay, I'm going to put this around your arm. Good, okay. Now, let me just make sure this is working. Okay, good. I want you to focus on this, if you can, and tell me what number the dial gets up to. Okay, what did it get up to? Okay, good, we're gonna do it once more. always super accurate, but sometimes it's helpful to have a baseline of your vitals in order to assess what's really going on. Okay, good. Okay, next I have a series of triggers that I'm going to use for you. I want you to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being it would keep you up all night if you had to listen to it, and 10 being if you listen to this for more than 15 seconds, you'll be fast asleep. Okay, are you ready? Okay. Okay, what would you say that is? Okay. I'm just taking notes. Okay. Next. Okay. Good. Okay, next up. How would you rate that? Okay. And how about this? Okay, good. And how about this? Okay. Good, good, good. And how about this? Okay, good. And I have one more. How would you rate this? Okay, good. Good job. Good. All of these notes are very helpful to have, and I think we're getting to the source of your issue. Next up, I want you to look at the aurora light behind me. In fact, I'll turn the other lights off for you so that you can focus right on that aurora light. So, right now, what colors do you see? Okay, good. I'm going to slow the flow of the lights down a little bit for you so that it's a bit more relaxing. Okay, now I'm going to change the colors and I want you to tell me what you see. How about now? Okay, good. How about now? Good, and what color am I adding in now? Good, good job. And what's changing about the light now? Good. And how about now? Excellent, excellent. I'm gonna speed up the flow a little bit. Okay, what color do you see predominantly now? Good, and how about now? Excellent, and now? Good, 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 good. Okay. And one more. these other lights back up. Okay, so based on my assessment, I have a few recommendations for you. Number 1, you should stop looking at screens at least a half hour before you go to bed. And don't bring screens into bed with you. If you have a TV in your room, don't watch it. Don't go on your phone. Don't be on your laptop. The only exception would be an e-reader that does not have a backlight. That is okay. My second recommendation is try not to eat at least 2 hours before you go into bed. My third recommendation is save bed for sleep. If you're going to read, do it in the living room or even in a reading chair or reading nook in your bedroom. But once you are in bed, make sure you are ready to fall asleep. My fourth recommendation is if you find yourself in bed and unable to sleep, don't just lie there. Get up and go do something for 15 to 20 minutes, then get back into bed and try falling asleep again. My fifth recommendation is to occupy your mind. You can do this by listening to, ASMR, for example. Or you can play the sleep game that I often play when I can't fall asleep. You think of a 5-letter noun, or a noun with 5 or more letters in it, and you picture it in your head. And after a few seconds, you take the second letter of that word, and you picture a noun. You come up with a 5-letter noun that starts with that letter, and then you picture that in your mind, and then you move to the third letter of that initial word, and then the fourth letter and the fifth letter. And once you get to the end of that first word, whatever your last word was, start over with that word. This is a really good sleep trick, and I've never made it past 2 words. Those are all of the recommendations I have for you. Hopefully you find those helpful and you can fall fast asleep quickly now. It might help to know that there's nothing wrong with you. After my full assessment, I've come to the conclusion that you're just having trouble sleeping. It's not a problem. Or not a serious problem, I should say. Use those tricks and ideally you'll be asleep very soon. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you